Welcome back to your channel. Today, I will continue to explain the movie Shadow released in the year 2018. So that he can treat it by himself. Upon inspecting, he learns that the wound is new. But Soyu's shadow replies that the initial wound had healed, but he intentionally gave himself a fresh cut to remind himself of his shame over the defeat of Jing City. Following this, he departs, declaring that since he's now a commoner, the king shouldn't be concerned about his combat with Yang. Later on the boat, Jing applies the ointment that Xiaowai gave him back at the cave. Xiaowai informed Tsuyu that Jing handled the king nicely. However, Tsuyu realizes that the king is suspicious of Jing as his shadow. In the next scene, Jing is in a training session with Tsuyu. He uses an umbrella as a weapon but is of no match against Ziyu, who mimics Yang Kang's technique. This enrages Ziyu, and he starts having doubts if Jing is ready for the battle. The next day, during a feast in the hall, the minister arrives and announces that Yang Ping has agreed to the truce, but would only accept Qing Ping as a concubine. Ping has also sent his dagger to Qing Ping as a proposal. The court considers this to be an insult, but despite Qing Ping's refusal, the king accepts it in order to put an end to the conflict. Because of this, the General Tian publicly criticizes the king's action as cowardly and requests permission to fight Yang and his son before resigning from his position. However, Qing Ping accepts the dagger, which symbolizes that she has agreed to be Ping's concubine. In the next scene, Yang teaches his son Ping how to use a saber in battle. He tells Ping that Yangs are renowned for their force, speed and death. In 3 rounds of their duel, the father-son duo then talk about Jing, who they think is the real commander. So they talk about his bravery and how he survived even after receiving a crushing blow from Yang. After a while, Ping states that he asked Qing Ping to be his concubine in order to discourage the Peis from attempting to conquer Jing City through war. However, when he learns that she has agreed, he is startled. Despite this, Ping believes they can conquer the Peis because the 2 most powerful generals of Pei, Ziyu and Tian, have become commoners. Ping also mentions that they have the upper hand as he has sent a spy to the kingdom of Pei elsewhere. After several failed attempts during the practice, Xiaowei proposes that Jing should apply feminine techniques and embrace the umbrella's symbol of yin in order to defeat Yang Kang. She explains the yin and yang's philosophy, which says Yang is associated with light, fire and masculinity, whereas yin is associated with darkness, water and femininity. Ziyu symbolizes the saber as yang and the umbrella as yin. With her moves, Xiaowai demonstrates some defense techniques against Yan Kang's methods using the umbrella. This impresses Ziyu, and he asks her to train Jing. When Xiaowei trains Yu together, they are successful in defeating Tsuyu. Then at Tsuyu's request, Jing meets Tian as Soyu and instructs him to learn some winning techniques for the war with the Yangs. He also tells Tian to lead and train the hundreds of convicts who are living beyond the forest. After a while, Jing takes Tian to see Tsuyu, who explains to him about Jing's existence and purpose. Tian learns from Tsuyu that he intends to use Jing to distract Yang Kang for 3 rounds while the troops attack and regain the city. After retaking the city, Tsuyu plans to become the king with Tian serving as his commander. Tian, being a loyal general, obeys his commander while Tsuyu asks him to receive the new umbrella training from Xiaowai. The night before the duel, Ziyu, Jing and Xiaowai drink together. After Jing and Xiaowai returned back to their residence, Jing confesses that he could have escaped when he had so many chances, but stayed there for Xiaowai and would do anything for her. As they continue to talk, Jing mentions that he believes no one will care if he dies in the battle tomorrow. However, when Xiaowai reveals that she cares and that his life matters to her, he gets surprised with this. He thanks her and goes to sleep. After a while, Xiaowei follows him to his bed and spends the night with him, while Tsuyu observes them through a covert peephole. The next day, Jing travels by water on a floating platform to Jing City for the duel. Follow the rest of the story in the next video.